Hi, I'm Corey, and this is Justin. We're here from Warne Scope Mounts to talk about our Mountain Tech rings and rails. Justin, can you give us some of the features here with our rings?
Absolutely. They are precision CNC machined from 7075 T6 billet aluminum.
Perfect, awesome. What are some of the benefits there though with that 7075?
So 7075 is actually a block of aluminum, so every surface on the ring is touched by a machine rather than being extruded or cast or a different method. 7075 ends up being a very strong material. It's as strong, if not stronger than steel in some cases, but it's about a third the weight of a similar steel ring.
Yeah, they come in at 3.9 ounces.
Apparently so.
Yeah, for the 7213s. What are some other features that we have? For instance, what are some other weatherproofing that we got?
Sure, so they are anodized. They're actually hard coat anodized. So hard coat anodized is a surface treatment of the aluminum and actually ends up being very abrasion resistant. It's also weatherproof, so they're not going to be able to corrode. We also use stainless steel hardware throughout, including the 1/2-inch nut which attaches it to the rail. So there's nothing on here that's going to corrode or rust out.
Which we know of here in Oregon, being a huge concern.
Yes.
So for that hex nut on the side, that's 65 inch-pounds, just goes on, and it's all STANAG compliant on how it actually mounts to the rail itself?
That's right. So STANAG is a new spec out there in the world of rails and the attachment system for the ring or the mount or whatever you're attaching to it. So whereas a Weaver or Picatinny style will actually clamp on the sides, on the shoulders, on the pointy sections, the STANAG version is actually going to attach to the bottom side and the top, so it's actually pulling the ring down on top. So they'll absolutely return to zero like all of our rings that we make, but NATO studies have shown that this method of clamping is more repeatable.
That makes perfect sense. So let's go into some of the rails, or just the features with those rails. Mm-hmm. So this here we have a 76T3 20 MOA, so that would be for the Tika, so it has a 20 MOA built in. What are some features with the Mountain Tech series of rails?
So same thing, it's 7075 aluminum, so it's very light.
So same as the rings?
Same as the rings. It's extremely light in comparison to, say, a steel rail.
Right.
They're also made to the STANAG specification. Now the STANAG specification for rails is actually just tighter tolerances. So it's technically a Picatinny style rail, but it's just tighter tolerances on there. So these rings will work on Picatinny, they'll work on Weaver style, they'll work on the NATO, and the same thing goes for the rails. Anything that's Weaver style, Picatinny, STANAG, they'll all still attach to the rails. The rails also, they don't use stainless hardware, they use a black nickel plated standard steel screw, so it's still corrosion resistant.
Yeah, and so that's going to be a general theme throughout, which we can see. So can you tell us what's unique about the screws in our Mountain Tech rails?
Yeah, so the actual cap on the Mountain Tech screws has a bevel. It's a slight bevel to it, so when it's going into the hole and tightening against the base, it's actually self-centering, and it actually eliminates any chance for movement under recoil. So you have your rifle here. Can you tell us about it? Can you tell us your Mountain Tech setup here on it and what the rifle is and what you're doing with it? Sure. So this is a Bergara B14 HMR. This one's in 6.5 Creedmoor, and I am running our 7673 20 MOA rail. So it's got a 20 MOA cant cut into it. I'm also using our 34 millimeter low Mountain Tech rings as well. So these rings are great for a precision rifle, a long range rifle, a lightweight hunting rifle. They're really good for a lot of different applications. That just reminded me that we also didn't talk about what size rings do we have? Which size rings do we offer? We offer 1-inch, 30 and 34 millimeter tube sizes in low, medium, high, and MSR height for flat top guns, MSRs, ARs, rear precision rifle, anything with a
And this was the 34 millimeter mediums?
These are 34 millimeter lows.
Lows, perfect, awesome. And so, so you've shot a couple matches with this and the setup and went hunting this last season, right?
Yeah, it works great. With our Mountain Tech rings and rails, we have a mounting solution for most popular rifle and scope combinations. Thank you for watching and see you next time.